Hello, class, and welcome to This Week in Neuroscience. This week we will be exploring the somatosensory cortex and agnosia. So I'd like to tell you a little story of a man who had trouble with his somatosensory cortex. His name was Alan Burgess. And Alan Burgess doesn't need a rhyme to remember the 5th of November. He'll never forget the day he had a stroke. It left him with a syndrome known as hemispatial neglect and a strange new perspective on life. Someone asked him once to explain his experience to others, and his response was, "I say it's two different worlds," says Burgess. "My old world finished on November 5th, 2007, and the new world started the same day." His stroke damaged the parietal lobe on the right side of his brain, the parts that deal with the higher processing of attention. The damage causes him to ignore people, sounds, and objects on his left. Now, according to his doctor, hemispatial neglect typically occurs after a stroke. It's not blindness in one eye. It's not damage to the primary sensory cortex. It's a process of ignoring. For want of a better word, one side of space. Now, Burgess is 64 years old and was originally trained as a tool design draftsman. And before a stroke, he was working as a driver. His visual neglect makes driving impossible now, and he was forced into an early retirement. He'd never painted before a stroke, but it became an important outlet for him afterwards. His art is vivid in color and it grabs your attention. He sketches, he draws, but parts of the left side of the picture remain unfinished, although the right side of the picture is full of rich color and detail. Vision is most strikingly affected because we are visual creatures. But hearing, touch, representation, and sense of self are also affected, Alan's doctor says. People with hemispatial neglect are often unaware of their condition. Friends or relatives might suggest they look to their neglected side, but that instruction misunderstands the problem because they have a problem navigating the space around them. Alan Burgess and people like him are not aware that something is missing. So why would they seek it out? Patients might bump into things on their neglected side. They might shave or apply makeup only on one side of their face, or leave half of the food on their plate. Alan has often had to stop and think to make sense of the world around him. Walking down a street, he hugs the right side of the pavement, brushing up against walls and hedges, because he won't notice any potential dangers coming from his left. And so he cannot go out on his own. Life for Alan is very different now. I hope you enjoy this week. You take care. Bye-bye.